Welcome back to Living Local. The House of Ruckus is one of the most original and unique creative companies in the Quad Cities. They consistently present laugh-out-loud comedic masterpieces, and their latest show, Spooky Pete, is no exception. It opens this week at the Mockingbird on Main in downtown Davenport. And here in the studio with me is House of Ruckus artistic directors T. Greene and Calvin Vo.
Hi.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. You know, it's the spirit of giving, so I brought some tricks and treats for you. If you want to enjoy these.
Oh, wow. That. Okay.
I only could afford one, so you have to share with the whole studio.
You know what? I appreciate the effort. You know, in fact, we'll do this. We'll put it on a coaster.
Wonderful.
So everyone knows it's a little more special. For those who don't know, tell us what the House of Ruckus is.
Yes. So House of Ruckus, we are a avant-garde theater group that sort of uses absurdist and surrealist comedy and sort of throws it through this punk theater lens. And we do wacky plays and just sort of have a good time, have fun.
I'm a big fan of yours. I think your stuff is so funny. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in local theater is Joseph Lasher dancing as a cactus. And it's just wonderful. But tell us about Spooky Pete. What is Spooky Pete all about?
Sure. Yeah, Spooky Pete is about so 5 college students sort of going into this haunted mansion, and there they meet this these sort of outrageous, sort of Halloween-y characters, and it sort of branches off into these 3 storylines of like self-acceptance, and there's a love story, and there is, and there is like an adventure plot, and it's sort of, it's wacky comedy, but it also is kind of about how queerness is used in horror to sort of represent something otherworldly or scary, and we sort of explore that and make these horror characters maybe more human than maybe other shows would, while still being wacky, fun, haha times.
Nice. And Calvin, how's it going over there with your pillow?
Oh, it's going well.
You're doing well?
My comfort pillow.
Good. I'm glad that you have it.
Thank you very much.
How has the process been for you guys to put this show together?
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, that's a tough one, so I think I'm going to lop that one off to you.
Okay, yeah. So the process was, it's been really fun. It's our final sort of show of our season, so it has been really fun to kind of, like, it's been sort of a big celebration. We sort of have people from every, like, play we've done so far, and it has been fun to just sort of hang out, and we've got, like, what, I think like a cast of 11.
Yeah, let's talk about your ensemble. Who is in that we might recognize?
Sure. I mean, we've got a bunch of our returning players. We've got Emma Renier, we've got Max Robnett, we've got Sarah Goodall, we have Keenan Wilson. The only new person is Alex Richardson, who is a guy who has written some plays in the past. And maybe won a Nobel Prize. I'm not sure about that.
He probably did.
Yep.
Now, do your classic characters appear in this one? Are Johnny and...
No, so Johnny and Fungus might appear in a cameo somewhere, and the play may or may not take place in the universe, but we sort of wanted to explore kind of telling different standalone stories kind of through the House of Ruckus lens.
So what kind of tech elements are you using to bring this world of the play to life? I know you've kind of amped up your offering.
Yeah, so sure, we've like, because this is not a Johnny Fungus play and it is a different House of Ruckus play, we've really been playing with different types of set. Like we have a more stand-up set that's there the whole time rather than the sort of moving set that we've had for the big adventure plays. Calvin, the real Calvin, not this cheap imitation, is...
So funny.
I don't know, that I just see Calvin.
Well, thank you, I appreciate it. Me too.
Is hard at work making puppets and fun sort of props to sort of bring the horror together. So it still has that House of Ruckus kind of lens, but we're really tackling from a sort of horror movie, like sort of draggy approach.
So tell us about when and where people can see Spooky Pete and how can people get tickets?
Yeah, well, you can see Spooky Pete at the Mockingbird on Main on November 11th, 12th, 13th, 18th, 19th, 20th at 7:34. Tickets are $10, and you can reserve them by emailing houseofruckusqc@gmail.com. And then you buy them at the door through cash or Venmo.
That's awesome. And what's next for House of Ruckus? Can you give us any teases about what might be coming next?
Yeah, we might be taking a little trip to the mountains.
Just going to leave it at that?
Yeah.
Good.
Sasquatch.
Perfect. Well, thank you, T. Thank you, Calvin.
Thank you.
I'm glad you found the pillow. And for more information, please check out House of Ruckus on Instagram and Facebook. You can also check out the Mockingbird on Maine.com. We'll have all those details posted on ourquadcities.com.